Well, hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have the review of this week's One Piece chapter 818 of its name, Within the Whale. And my friends, before I even begin to scratch the cover, what an amazing chapter. Oda, how does he do this? Seriously, we are going to be seriously it's going to be bad one day if a chapter is not as awesome as this. We will find it strange. He's spoiling us. He's spoiling us every week with an awesome chapter, and every week the awesomeness just piles up and goes up through the roof. We are getting spoiled. This is serious. And my God, without further ado, let us begin the review of the chapter. Finally back with the cover story arc, we see volume 11, Baltio, which is interesting to say the least. The last volume, volume 10, was Water 7, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that from that order, after Water 7, we would have like probably Shabondi, Shaky, and Rayleigh, or what's his face? The guy that looked like Sanji's wanted poster. I forgot his name. You remember the guy. But no, we go straight to Baltigo, Dragon, Koala, and Sabo all looking through Luffy's crew wanted poster, Sabo smiling, Koala surprised, and Dragon, I don't really know what to make of Dragon's expression, but yeah, he's just like thinking, well, my son is indeed an awesome kid. And without further ado, enough of the cover, we go straight into the chapter where we see a very emotional scene. We see the samurais. First of all, before the emotional scene, we actually see Luffy, Usopp, and Chopper just hanging on Raizo and pulling his lips and like just going crazy over the ninja. But then, yes, we go to the emotional scene. We see the three samurais standing on the whale and actually looking at Zoe, at the destruction that Jack caused. And they're crying, even though they deny it, they are obviously crying. And they're crying at the destruction that was caused to this once majestic city. And Raizo is he's the one who's most affected because he was there. But thanks to the Minks, he wasn't able to help. We know it was not his fault, but the Minks chose to have him locked with the Poneglyph. At least I believe that's what it was, so that he was not in harm's way. So even though he blames himself, the Minks don't. But still, it's cool to see all three of them just crying for the country, for Zoe. Let us not forget, Zoe was this close to be absolutely annihilated. And this is awesome. I would just love to enlarge this square when we get the overview of Zoe. It's just awesome. And we see some bits of destruction here and there. It's absolutely, and the desolation. Even though we know that no one died, or at least officially no one died, to see the city desolated with no movement, as Raizo says, when he got there, the city was lively. People were walking all around, everyone was happy, and in the blink of an eye, everything was destroyed. This was a very emotional start to the chapter, and they all just joined there. Even Luffy sits down and looks at the city. It's a very peaceful scene. I enjoyed it a lot, and it was necessary because what comes next, it's absolutely mind-blowing. So let's go. Nekomamushi arrives and says, "Yo, mate, the deciphering of the Poneglyph is over. Let's go." I don't know. They might have chose to leave. They might just chose to come outside. I don't believe that Robin just shoot go out and let me work. But speaking of Robin, she's actually working kind of with Nami into the deciphering of the Poneglyph, and it appears to be a map. Is it a location of the last ancient weapon? Is it something more awesome? It is indeed. And Nekomamushi explains us the reason why the whale forest is revered as a sacred place. Because this very stone, this red poneglyph exists. And the guardians of the whale forest, Nekomamushi's faction, are the ones that are tasked with the protection of that stone. And as Inuarashi says, that red stone, that red poneglyph is commonly known as the road poneglyph. And now, bear with me a second, I'm reading the manga stream version for the first time today. I've read the chapter once, but I'm reading the manga stream version now, which has a bit of a better translation in my opinion. Inuarashi says the final point of the Grand Line, which has been endlessly sought by the stalwart, that's it. So he says that this stone guides to the pinnacle of the Grand Line, the end, what everyone seeks, the mystical island, the final end point of every pirate's dream journey. This indicates his destination. This indicates the destination of Laftel. And my god, but that's not it. Let me just continue, I'll get back to that in a second. And Luffy and the others just go absolutely bananas. Luffy, most of all, it's his dream. It's the finish line. It's the last piece that he needs to become the Pirate King. But it is not that simple. However, there are 4 of these. So that makes 3 more of these road poneglyphs. And when combined, when the locations that they give combined, they pinpoint different locations around Laftel. And when you cross them in a map, you'll get the exact location of Laftel. The center of the intersection between the 2 lines marks the location of Laftel, which is, now that I think about it, it is very interesting. Let me check something while I speak about the rest. So yes, as Inuarashi says, this points the location of Laftel, and no one except Roger and his crew for hundreds of years has set eyes on Laftel. This almost proves, I say, that Laftel is actually the ancient kingdom. It's the theory that a lot of people have, and it might happen. It might happen. So, my God. And yes, as I suspected, you know the symbol for the world government in One Piece. It's actually a cross with the circles on each ends and in the intersection. Now, we know that symbol actually means is the unification of the 4 oceans and the Grand Line. But there's a similarity between this intersection of the 4 road poneglyphs. Because when you pinpoint the 4 locations and you cross them, you have the 4 locations in the ends and you have the Laftel in the center. Now, I don't think this is coincidence, but this is just a bold theory. I'm not gonna go any further into it. So let's just let the destination set in and we'll move on. And Luffy is more determined than ever. He's one step, well, not one step closer, yeah, kind of one step closer to his final dream, to the One Piece. And everyone starts partying. Yes, now we just gotta go get Sanji and we go search for those poneglyphs. We're gonna take them out wherever they are and we're gonna go to Laftel. And Nekomamushi says something very interesting that we find interesting before reading the rest of the chapter. If you're planning on heading to Whole Cake Island with Peckhams, then you're already on the right path. How so? Because of the 4 road poneglyphs, only one one only one is unknown. Oh, only the whereabouts of one of them are unknown. Sorry, I bugged out here. The second one is in Zoe, but what about the two that are left? And of course, they would have to be in the hands of someone very important. And what better hands to be on than two of the most important pirates in the entire ocean, the Yonko Big Mom and yet another Yonko, 100 Beast Kaido. It's GG. One of them is missing and the other ones are with Yonkos. Okay, so I guess you better start drawing an area of possibilities around the first island, and then you'll go from there. But no, Luffy just, okay, if those two are with them, okay. When does the kicking butt happens? Luffy, as always, jumping to conclusions, already wanting to go kick Big Mom's and Kaido's ass more than he already wants to. And Nami just faints from that idea. Chopper and Usopp are already crazy about that idea as well. They definitely don't want that to happen. But Nekamamushi says you actually do not need to steal them because, first of all, it's a freaking poneglyph, which it's indestructible, and it's a cubic stone made of, well, stone. So I don't think the Sunny would be able to carry one of those things. I mean, Wanatsumi can. He's carrying one right now, but there's only so much a giant blowfish can carry. So, but Nekamamushi says that it's possible to copy the information, which is very, very interesting. Because could Robin... Allow me to backtrack a little bit here. Of all the poneglyphs that have been found... sorry... that have been found all throughout the story of One Piece, has Robin actually kept a record of them? Does she write the translation or does she write the original letters? That's a very interesting thing. I've been thinking about that for the last week since we came across the red poneglyph in the last chapter. Because we, so far, and discarding now this information of this poneglyph, all the other informations have been kept to Robin herself, except the one from Fishman Island, which she shared with King Neptune. But the other ones before that have been kept a secret from the others, not from us. Well, kind of from us as well. But their true meanings have not been completely shown to us. So, could she already be doing this, or is this something that she's discovering right now? Because if they can copy it, then it would be enough for her to get to it and quickly translate it, get a copy, and no any fuss required. And we know that she's awesome at stealth. I mean, she was trained for that. So, I don't know, it seems more legit to have her doing that instead of having a giant piece of paper and pasting it in a giant rock and then spraying ink all over it. But who knows? And then Nekamamushi continues to speak and says that now he's worried about Robin because, of course, being, as far as we know, given the further informations of the chapter, she's the only one alive that can read poneglyphs. We've already been thinking that so far, but with this chapter, other possibilities have appeared because, and this is another big information, we now discover, and with the permission of Momonosuke, we now know that the Kozuki family of Wano Kingdom are the ones that began the manufacturation of the poneglyphs. If it wasn't already enough that we found that Poneglyph indicates to Laftel, and that the other ones are with Kaido and Big Mom, we now find out who were the creators of the Poneglyphs. 800 years ago, right after the Void Century, the Kozuki family began the production of the Poneglyphs. This is what I wanted from Zou. Ever since the Zou saga began, all I wanted from it was to be the arc that would shed more light on this elusive chapter on the One Piece history, which is the Void Century. And here it is. We now know that there are 4 poneglyphs that indicate the location of Laftel. We now know who were the creators of the poneglyphs, the Kozuki family. Mind blown. And it's just amazing. Robin is surprised that they constructed them by themselves. But unfortunately, the knowledge was lost. Sometime in the generations, among the generations of Kozuki, was lost. I don't know how long it was lost, but I mean, it was lost now because Oden Kozuki, Momonosuke's father, was the last one to know how to read poneglyphs. And unfortunately, if there wasn't enough information already on this chapter, we get even more light on what's behind Kinemon's, Kanjuro, Raizo, and Momonosuke's departure from Wano. And we see that apparently he was boiled to death. That's right, Oden Kozuki, the daimyo of Kuri, province of Wano Kingdom, was executed by no other than his own shogun and Kaido. I mean, what's there to say? This chapter was just, if this was the end of the year, if this was the last chapter of the year, if today was December something, and if this was the last chapter of the year, this would be the cherry on top of the cake. Right now, as it is March the 3rd, 2016, I do believe that this is only the bottom half of the cake of what we will get this year. Oda said that this would be an amazing year, and my God, is it true? With just like what, 8 chapters, 10 chapters at most this year? No, not even that much. 8. Let's say 8. I'm not sure. With 8 chapters in this year, we are already mind blown and heart blown. I'm heart blown right now. And they all break down when they say this. Even if Luffy says no, you don't need to recall those bad memories. They say it out loud. They scream it with rage. That's where the haters from Kaido comes. The haters from Dragons is probably from there as well. It's all piecing together. I don't even know what to say of this. And it's not over yet. And it's not over yet. I don't even... Sorry, I blacked out. And as for all of us, Oden sacrificed himself. Lord Oden Kozuki sacrificed himself so that the 3 of them and Momonosuke could escape. And we now get to know where Kaido is. Or at least his crew. We know that Kaido was kicking Kid's ass last time we've seen. Not literally kicking, but you can imagine. Come on, it's a Yonko against 3 supernovas. Take a gander. But his crew The 100 Beasts pirate crew are occupying the Wano Kingdom. I can see the Wano saga just coming closer and closer by the day. I don't know when it will come, but let me tell you something. It better come fast. It better come fast because I wanna see it. I wanna so see it. My God. But as I said, if this wasn't enough, but we have one last information. Apparently, Lord Oden Kozuki was the previous daimyo, and he was a member of Gold Roger's crew. And he stepped in Laftel and knows the secrets of the world. My freaking God. This was a full packed to the brim chapter, full of revelations, full of insights. The Zou arc is shaping up to be what I expected from it. Revelations from the Void Century, the creation of the Poneglyphs, from Roger's crew. It's just a mind blown. I don't know what to say. And so the chapter ends with Kinemon's tearful statement. Along with the Pirate King, Gold Roger himself completed a heartless journey to the final island Laftel. Our Lord was privy to the secrets of that world. What is that world? I believe he's talking about the world before the Void Century. The world where the ancient kingdom ruled supreme. Well, not ruled supreme, but what was at its prime, let us say that. That's it. That's the world of 900 years ago. And to know that the Poneglyphs were actually built by the Kozuki. The very Poneglyphs that Robin is looking for were built by a samurai clan. Were they descendants from the ancient kingdom? Now, I don't believe that. What I believe is, you remember Joy Boy from the Poneglyph on Fishman Island, the supposedly believed king of the ancient kingdom. Now, I believe that he went to the samurais and asked for their help. Yes, I believe that 900 years ago or 800 years ago, Wano Kingdom was already a sole kingdom. It was already his own kingdom, isolated from the rest of the world, but they somehow acknowledge Joy Boy as a friend and lend him his help in building the Poneglyphs. He teach them the ancient language that's written in the Poneglyphs. That was probably, heck, it could even be the language they spoke at the ancient kingdom. Or no, or maybe just an alphabet that Joy Boy himself created. And that he decided, I'm gonna make this my secret code. And that's it. And so it began. I don't even know what to make of this, for Christ's sake. 819, I hope you come quick enough because I cannot hold my excitement. I need to read more. If it was up to me, One Piece would release once a day, if not more. I am completely blown out, seriously. But enough of that. I have spoken a lot about One Piece today. First of all, I want to say sorry because it's already Thursday and there's no fairy tale and no Natsuno Taizai videos. I've been a little busy this week. My internship has taken a toll on me, and I've been kind of tired. But Worry not, I'm gonna embrace this excitement from One Piece and record the other two videos right away. So if not today, tomorrow you will have not one, not two, but three videos to compensate for my failures. I am sorry. But anyway, I might even do a fourth video on a theory. I don't know, I'm gonna have to sit down, collect my thoughts, read the chapter again, piece up the information, and then maybe one of these days, I make no promises, one of these days you'll get a theory video on One Piece. The first I do in this channel. I've done some theory videos before, and I myself talk a lot about theories with myself. Hashtag sad face lonely. But anyway, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed it. This chapter was a blast, and I cannot wait for what is to come this year. Odd is on a roll. He's non-stopping. He doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. Someone hold him. The man might smash into a wall if he's not careful. But if it means that the chapters are going to be as awesome as these, by all means, let him come. We will stop him, we will grab him, but we'll run along with him. And my friends, I hope you have enjoyed it. This was this week One Piece chapter. I hope you have enjoyed it. As always, commentate on the comment section below your opinions on the chapter, your theories for the future. Where do you think the last poneglyph, the last road poneglyph is? Is it with the government? Is it with another pirate? Is it... I don't know. You guys tell me. You guys share your theories with me. And as always, commentate on the quality of the video, my overall performance. The comment section below is yours to use and abuse. And I'll see you right away. I'll see you right next up with the fairy tale video.